The increase in cost and price of powders and applications has resulted in more research into contamination-free and highly accurate feed rates. WAM's long-established position in feeding and metering, its technical know-how and facilities allow it to satisfy virtually any requirement, and the company is proud to have produced a competitively priced microbatch feeder of unsurpassable performance, with the additional benefit of being highly efficient and easy to clean. Research experiments concentrated on composite materials and in particular on combinations of steel and engineering polymers, materials with superb mechanical properties and resulting in a smooth, resistant finish. Tests on product flow and material stresses were carried out to establish optimum body geometry. Blending and metering tool geometry as well as materials were also tested before choosing an optimal steel and engineering polymer composite. WAM offers a feeder range that meets the requirements of every user. And depending on the installed type of drive unit and metering tool, as well as on the handled product, the following feed rates can be achieved. MBF series microbatch feeders for powder and granular product transportation are particularly suitable for low flowability materials which tend to clog, along with adhesive products. The size of product particles is of utmost importance when choosing the type of metering screw. For example, fine, heavy materials call for tapered screws with reduced pitch flights, while granular, lighter weight materials require standard pitch cylindrical screws. Low flowability products with cohesion and bridging problems are homogeneously fed into the metering zone by the blending shaft, which is shaped according to the product properties. Depending on the user's individual requirements, the batch feeders can be supplied with alternative metering screws and blending shafts and with various accessories. Plowshare or folded blade type blending shafts. Spiral or screw type metering shafts, either made from stainless steel or from polymer composites Syntex or Cental, the latter being FDA approved. Vertical outlet. Square or round backfeeding hoppers with or without flow aids. MBF series microbatch feeders are supplied in food-grade versions on request. Some application examples: foundries, perlite, urea, wastewater treatment, hydrated lime, quicklime, iron sulfate, dust filtration, hydrated lime, chemical, plastics and pharmaceutical industry, boric acid, calcium sulfate, graphite, aluminium sulfate, talcum powder, diatomaceous earth, concrete and premixed building materials, synthetic fibers, lime, cement, pigments, foodstuff, flour, salt, sugar, magnesium carbonate, vitamins, ceramics, atomized clay, powdered coal. The main innovative features of the MBF feeder are non-stick trough, easy cleaning, wide range of blending shafts and metering screws made from the polymer composites Syntex or Cental. Blending shaft and metering screw can be easily replaced. Improved reliability of mechanical components, high degree of homogeneity of the meted material, Independent drive units make it possible to select different drive powers and speeds for blending shaft and metering screw. Body end plates made from stainless steel. Possibility of production according to individual standards developed by the customer together with WAM. Wear parts of MBF microbatch feeders can be easily replaced. Dust seals with incorporated multiple rings for application to the blending shaft and to the metering screw are separate from the body, enabling quick and easy changing. Minimum clearance between the screw flight and the feeder pipe ensure high precision metering. A vertical outlet to channel the product flow. If the vertical outlet doesn't have to support any weight, it can be equipped with a flexible hose. Feeding hopper increases storage capacity, on request available with flow aids. The fact that the WAM microbatch feeders are mass-produced guarantees an outstanding price-performance ratio. The ISO 9002 quality system certification gives the client the assurance that the equipment he is going to use has been checked and tested in each phase of the manufacturing process up to the shipping department. Quick delivery is guaranteed thanks to a large amount of stock of components and parts at the WAM factory in Italy and at the company's worldwide subsidiaries. During the following part of this video, please pay attention to the special safety notices. On receipt of the consignment, check that the goods are in conformity with the invoice and with the acknowledgement of order. Handle all material with care. Remove the feeder and its accessories from the packaging and assemble the components according to the supplied instructions. Remove the bolt from the rear of the lower gear reduction unit. Before fitting the metering screw, clean all mating surfaces and contact parts such as the feeder trough and the drive mount. Remove the drive parallel key from the metering screw. The unit is now ready to receive the metering screw. Ensure the two keyways are perfectly aligned. Insert the parallel key. Fit and tighten the bolt. Assemble the feeder pipe, making sure that the metering screw doesn't touch the pipe. To this end, adjust the position of the pipe as shown. Mount the electric motors on the gear reduction unit of the metering screw and of the blending shaft using the supplied stud bolts. Ensure the parallel keys are correctly fitted. Anchor the feeder to the ground or to a support frame. Mount the feeding hopper and fix in-feeding equipment to it if in existence. Fit the vertical outlet if supplied and connect the motors with the mains. Before starting the microbatch feeder, please remember the following notices. Never put your hands inside the microbatch feeder while it's running. The electrical connection with the main supply must be carried out by qualified personnel only. Before any kind of repair or maintenance work, disconnect the electric motor from the mains. Before electrical connection, ensure the electric motor plate data and the voltage supply match. Check if foreign substances or water have entered the feeder. If so, clean it. There should be no clearly perceptible friction between the metering screw and the blending shaft against the feeder trough. Ensure the metering screw runs anti-clockwise and the blending shaft clockwise, viewed from the drive end. If not, reverse wiring of the electric motor. Before adding material, start the empty feeder and make sure it runs smoothly. Only then add material and proceed with regular operation. Ensure the material added never exceeds the loading capacity of the feeder trough. As precise loads on the trough can be established only with difficulty due to varying material properties, consider there is no problem with bulk densities of less than 1 ton per cubic meter using a standard hopper for adding the material. The MBF microbatch feeder cannot function in a standalone capacity. It is therefore prohibited to place it into service until the plant in which it is installed has been globally declared to conform with the requirements of the European General Safety Directive for machines. Remove the bolt from the upper gear reduction unit. Now remove the loose blending shaft. In order to reassemble the shaft, proceed the opposite way as shown before. Remove the feeder pipe. Remove the bolt from the rear of the lower gear reduction unit, then disengage the metering screw. If necessary, use a screwdriver and a mallet. From now on, follow the assembly instructions shown earlier in this video. Removable shaft seals are among the innovative features of this unit. To disassemble the seals, remove the metering screw and the blending shaft as shown earlier. Remove the drive mounting plate. Disassemble and renew the seals, taking care to position the vertical groove of the seal facing downwards. Reassemble the end plate, the blending shaft and the metering screw.